Today we're fixing a fantastic breakfast taco. This breakfast taco has a special ingredient. I think you're going to be surprised, and I know you're going to love it. So let's get cooking. Here are the ingredients that we're going to be using today for our breakfast taco. And I got this recipe from a really good friend of ours named Brian. He's a great cook. We were out visiting at the ranch a couple of weeks ago, and he made these, and they were wonderful. And he told me about this new this new tortilla that I had never ever heard about. And it is gluten-free, but really that's not the reason we all like it. We like it because it's very light and airy. It's low calorie, it's just really thin. And when you warm it up a little bit before you put all your ingredients in it, it's like a crepe almost. And it comes from a company, let me look here. The name of this company is LaTortilla Factory. LaTortilla Factory. Like I said, it is gluten-free. It's also grain-free. And we get this at our local grocery store here in Texas at HEB. And I'll put the link for all of this, plus the tortilla, in the description. But they're just fantastic. Next, we're going to use some eggs. I'm going to be using 3 eggs today. We're just going to be making 2 tortillas. We're going to scramble these eggs up. And your seasonings that you're going to use when you're doing that, first of all, use just a little bit of milk in your scrambled eggs. And then we're going to use some Gourmet Italian Choice. This is from Fiesta, Gourmet Italian Choice. It's wonderful, has all types of herbs in here. A lot of times in the spring or the summer and fall, I like to run out to my herb garden and get all my fresh herbs. So if you've got fresh herbs, definitely use it. If you can't, this is the second best thing. Fantastic. Also, we're going to use a little bit of garlic powder and then some coarse ground black powder in our scrambled eggs. Also, you're wanting to have some shredded cheese. I'm going to use a little bit of our shredded cheese that we grind ourselves. I like to put that in my KitchenAid mixer and grind it all up. I think it tastes better, it lasts longer, and it's also better for you. Now for your bacon, I just like to use some strips of bacon in these breakfast tacos. And so, or you can also use it crumbled. But for my bacon, I like to put it in the air fryer. So check out my video on that where I show you how to do it in the air fryer. I think it's simple, it's quick, it's fast. You put it in there, it's done. You go back and you get it. It's just not messy at all. And it works out really, really well. Now, for your secret ingredient, I know you're wondering, well, what's the secret ingredient? The secret ingredient for this is something I had never used before, and this is jalapeno bean dip. It's HEB brand. It's awesome. We're going to use this in this taco, and I think you're just going to love it. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get our eggs all ready. We're going to scramble up our eggs. And I'm going to be using 3 of these today. And I'm just using the whole egg, the egg whites and the egg yolk. Brian had told me something that was interesting. I haven't tried it. He said if he's fixing like 3 eggs at a time, he'll just include the he'll include the egg whites from all 3 of them and then just the yolk from one of them. And you can't actually tell a difference. And I just haven't tried that. I need to. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to mash this up and just whisk this around. And then we're just going to put in our seasonings really quick. But first, before that, I'm going to put in just a little bit of milk. I like to put just a teeny bit of milk in. There we go. I'm going to do my scrambled eggs. Whisk that around. And now I'm going to put in just a little bit of garlic powder. It probably comes out to about a teaspoon of garlic powder. I just put a little bit in there. And then just a little bit of coarse ground black pepper, just kind of across the top, like that, so you can see it. And then we're going to whisk that up. You can put all kinds of things in here. A lot of times when I do scrambled eggs, I will put some little chopped up jalapenos in there, but since we're using that jalapeno bean dip, I think that will be a little bit too much. So now I'm going to take this Gourmet Italian Choice, and I use quite a bit of this. I think it comes to probably about probably half a tablespoon. But I'd like to put that across the top, maybe not quite that much, but just kind of put that across the top. And you can smell it. It is just wonderful. I love that spice. You can use it in just about everything. So now we're ready to get over here and get these scrambled up. So I have my skillet over here, and I'm putting this on about a medium. I'm going to go ahead and pour in our eggs. And I just love this skillet. If you watch several of my videos, you know that I love this. This is from our place, and it is called the Always skillet. I just love it. You do need to make sure, if you do get one of these Always skillets or any of their cookware, that you're careful with what you use when you're stirring up or whisking up. You want to use something that's rubber so you don't harm it. We're just going to scramble these up. We are doing so good. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. And I was calling this a breakfast taco because it is a breakfast taco, but for today, I was getting everything ready and I'm working on it, and we're actually going to be eating this for lunch today. Jay's working out in the hangar, and so I told him I'll make a breakfast taco, but by the time we get everything filmed, and he's actually getting a lunch taco today, but he's going to love it. I went ahead and I added another egg into here because I want just a little more. We like to really fill up our breakfast tacos. We are looking good, and we are just about done. I'm gonna whisk this around just a little more. Get them good and cooked, but I don't like them to be overcooked. This is looking nice. Okay. Now we're ready to go ahead and start putting our breakfast taco all together. I've gone ahead and I took our little tortilla and I put this in the microwave, so I warmed it up, and it's so nice and thin. You're just gonna love these. And I decided to use these pretty little kind of like Mexican plates because this is really kind of a Mexican breakfast taco. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this bean dip, and I have been finding all sorts of things to use this bean dip for. I'll have to do some filming for that for you. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put this Mexican bean dip all over this tortilla. And trust me, when I saw this at first, Brian was doing this and I was thinking, what's he doing? And then when I tasted it, I said, what is that taste? And he said, it's the Mexican bean dip. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was just shocked at how well it tasted. And if you do like spicy food, this just gives it a nice little kick. We're gonna go ahead and put on our eggs. I'll reach over here and get some of our eggs. Put our eggs on. There we go. Just a few more. I've already tasted the scrambled eggs with all of these seasonings in them, and oh my gosh, they're so good. And if you don't want yours seasoned quite as much, you can just do some simple scrambled eggs, and that's fine. There we go. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go ahead and get our bacon. Put a few of these bacon strips. I'm just going to lay these on here. You can also crumble this up if you want. I love, love, love bacon. I think you can put bacon in just about anything and you are going to make it just taste wonderful. And I just thought about something. I'm gonna have to do it. Hang on one second. I'm gonna add something to it at the very last minute. I just thought of something. Hang on. I love honey. Love, love, love it. And I'm just gonna take this. I'm turning my honey upside down. I'm gonna put just a teeny bit of honey in the middle. Just a little bit right there. Just a little bit. And then a little more bacon. So that's an extra little thing. All right, and now for some shredded cheese. Now, I told you a while ago that I like to shred mine because another friend of mine, Joy, she was telling me, go look up all the things that it's actually in shredded cheese that you buy from the grocery store, and I did, and I was like, ooh. You know, there's a lot of things we can't control about what's in a lot of the things we eat, but I can control that. So I decided that I was going to just shred it myself. It's so simple to actually do if you have like a KitchenAid mixer, and it lasts a long time. It's just that it's not as separated because you're not using they're not putting all those things in there. I'm not putting all the stuff in that the companies are to keep the cheese shreds all perfect sized and all separated. So you kind of have to crumble it yourself. I take it after I shred it and I vacuum seal it in a little package and then put it in the refrigerator. Oh my goodness, y'all, this is looking wonderful. I'm making a mess. This is looking fantastic. So I'm going to take this now and I'm going to just fold it over. Oh my goodness, look at this, look at this. Now I need one more little thing to hold it together. And let me see if I can grab this over here. Now here's a tip that you didn't even know you were going to get. If you use little toothpicks or something like to hold things together, I do this for all my poppers, or little sandwiches sometimes, but if you use toothpicks and you're going to give this to someone to eat it besides yourself, put on here, get the toothpicks that have these little, let me show you, that have these little colorful things on the end of them. Because a couple of months ago, I made Jay a sandwich and I took it out to him. I think I'll put 2 in here. I took it out to him and I just put a regular toothpick in it, and he was out working on the airplane and didn't pay attention and reached down in there and bit it, and he bit a toothpick. So here we go. I'm going to put these on here because I'm going to take this out to the hanger for him, actually for lunch. But there is your breakfast taco. I think it just looks wonderful. Be sure and check out that next video that's popping up in the corner, and I'll see you over there in a few minutes. Bye-bye.